Hey
Hey,
Eric, how
hey,
are you doing?
I'm good. Are we live?
I don't think so.
I
Let me
think we
check
are
in
live.
Facebook. We are.
Says participants 12. Hey, everybody. Thanks for coming. Hope you're doing well. See a couple familiar faces in there and a lot of new ones too. Okay. Can you activate the search or excuse me, the chat, Ina?
Let me check.
All right. If you can hear me, just throw a one in the chat. Okay.
I
It
don't
says
think they can. Yeah.
two hosts and panelists. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, all. All right. We are actually early, so we have to awkwardly hang out for a few extra minutes.
Yes, I'm seeing some familiar names. Hello, guys. Thank you for joining early. See how we can turn on the chat box.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Just switching my camera. All right. That was quick. All right. 3 more minutes. Put on some music, maybe. All right. Just 2 more minutes, guys, and we can get started.
Hi, Jennifer, Celine, Joy, amazing bosses.
Okay, okay. All right, guys. I'm gonna start a little bit early. Hope you're having a good Thursday. We're gonna move the weekly calls from Friday to Thursday. I think it just works a lot better for people, especially if they're taking off early for the weekend. And it's actually better for us too because, we sometimes we launch new features live on the webinar, or it's the first time showing of new feature or new product, and people have questions. So, we can answer some of them on Friday, the next day, instead of waiting till Monday to address some of those. So yeah, I think it's just better for everybody. But we did finish shipping out the new sun balm, edible sun balm samples. If you haven't received those yet, You'll be getting them very soon, and I think it's our best product. I use it every day because there's no toxic sunblock in it. It's so healthy, you could actually eat it if you wanted to. Although it doesn't have the best taste, it's totally healthy. And everybody always says, if you can't put it on your skin, you shouldn't be eating it. So, uh, Ina, do you see my screen large or do you see your own screen large? Because I see my own screen large right now.
I see you. You have a large screen and
Okay.
they cannot see me, I think.
Okay, sounds good. And let's get a chat test. If you guys can hear me, just throw a one in the chat. I just want to make sure that that's working. And we do see your okay. We do see you in the Q&A.
Yes.
So we may have to just chat in the Q&A. All right. So without further ado, I'll just hop into things here. And there's a lot to talk about today. Um, So for the new folks, I am going to go back through Beauty Boss, just soup to nuts, from the beginning. I'm actually going to add a little bit of my own personal story in here because I people seem to like it. For existing Beauty Boss users, please bear with me. It might be like 10 or 15 minutes where I explain everything going on here, although it is a little bit different each time. And then we're going to jump into some really cool AI tools. I'm going to show you how you can potentially launch up to 20 brands in 1 week without inventory if you wanted to. Totally doable, especially if, you didn't have any other social life or a job. You could totally launch 20 beauty brands with Beauty Boss and all through the same membership too. And the way that you do that is we're combining a lot of these AI tools for the front end, for the UGC, the image generation, the brand, and then you're using Beauty Boss for the back end, which is obviously the product, the fulfillment, and everything. So the goal is to build a really large skincare business as a one-person operation or a two-person operation. And that's sort of the dream with all businesses now. They say that soon there'll be a one-person billionaire company that's completely run on AI. Um, so here's the rundown. Just a bit about me, about Beauty Boss, some of the problems I see in the industry, different ways to attack the beauty and skincare market if you haven't before, different niches, and also all these great things about AI. I've been in ecom for 15 years, 10 years in print on demand. Um, I'd like to say I'm probably one of the top five people in the world as far as understanding of print on demand, running print on demand companies. And I've helped a lot of people. Between Shine On and Beauty Boss, we shipped over 5 million orders, helped other people sell over 350 million worth of product, and we've helped create over 20 millionaires along the way. Most of those were with Shine On. Beauty Boss is new since February. For all you early users, I appreciate you extremely. And I'm grateful that you're here with me today. It really means a lot. But I did get my start in Boston. So I'm from New Hampshire. And after college, I realized I couldn't be a roofer year round there. At one point, I was roofing houses in the snow and I fell off a ladder, got hurt, and it was just a really bad experience. So eventually, I did make my way down to Boston and I started sleeping on my cousin's couch. And I moved to this town called Cambridge, which is pretty well known because that's where Harvard is and MIT. And at that point, I was, 22, 23. I was doing anything I could to survive. So I was doing all these crazy like street promotions. So I would, do like liquor promotions on the street. I would do movie promotions. Like really, it was just gigs on Craigslist. I'd go find these gigs and go do them. But regardless of what I was doing to make money, I was around this incredible area. I was living in between Harvard and MIT, and every coffee shop, it was like a tech founder and a venture capitalist having coffee. And So I'd like to say that, I felt like I was the janitor at Harvard, like in the movie Good Will Hunting, because I was around this like incredible place, but I was basically just, just the poor kid who'll do anything. And eventually I did convince a company to take me on as an intern. And I was an SEO intern at custommade.com back in 2010. And I was the first, I actually became the first full-time employee other than the founders. And we ended up going on to, first off, Custom Made was like a high-end Etsy. So we eventually had 30,000 artisans. So we had custom jewelers, woodworkers, glass blowers, and it was my job to go find we call them makers, go find the makers on Etsy and get them on Custom Made. That was my only job. And I ended up being really good at that. And we acquired over 30,000 makers. And then Google invested in us, Google Ventures, and pretty much like all the top VC firms in Boston and San Francisco. So we ended up raising about $30 million. And I was there for 5 years. I learned a lot, being a young kid, knowing nothing. Um, and eventually, I went to go start Shine On after I left Custom Made. Um, and it's pretty interesting. My boss at the time, Custom Made, it never really worked. Eventually, it kind of fizzled out, although we all learned a lot. But there was great entrepreneurs that came out of that. Um, there's myself, and then there was Mike, who actually runs butcherbox.com right now, and they do $800 million a year in meat delivery. So they get grass-fed meat delivered to your doorstep with dry ice. And so I was actually talking to Mike about how do we ship the beef tallow because it's whipped so it can melt easily. And so he got me in contact with a his ice pack guy. And so now we're shipping all the tallow products with ice packs too, just to ensure that it doesn't melt, especially in the hot summer seasons. But fast forward, I started Shine On 10 years ago, and I think it's actually more than 5,000. I think it's 5,000 live stores currently, but we have over 30,000 people using that app. It's really popular in jewelry. And I actually left Shine On um, last year, almost a year ago, where I'm not even an employee there anymore. I'm just the chairman of that company. I have a full-time CEO and a full-time team running Shine On. I really believe in them. And I'm over here at Beauty Boss because I actually believed in this idea so much, um, in helping people, just like we helped people sell jewelry at Shine On. I wanted to help people create their own skincare line with Beauty Boss. And so, yeah, I'm all in with this. 90% of my time is on Beauty Boss now, and being here with you guys and helping you see your ideas through. And actually, the genesis of Beauty Boss was me just thinking like, who are all the richest people I know in e-commerce, and what product can I sell print on demand outside of jewelry? And I just realized all the richest people I know in e-commerce, my friends that go to these events, that go to these masterminds, they're all selling supplements or beauty or skincare. And I don't have to tell you this, like it's a top three category on Amazon. It's the number one category on TikTok shops, beauty and skincare products. And there's high lifetime values, which means like if you can get people on a recurring monthly subscription, they end up being extremely profitable over their lifetime. But it's a high CAC. It's a high cost to acquire customers if you're running paid traffic. And so what we want to do today is teach you a lot of these organic strategies that you can use to get your new brand off the ground without having to learn ads, because most of these big beauty companies and brands, they're actually losing money on the first order. That's how expensive it is to acquire people through ads these days. But the big brands, they can take on that hit. They can take a loss on their first order, when they're spending money on ads, because they know later on that customer will be worth uh, a lot of money throughout their lifetime. But most of us, like, we can't afford to take a $5,000, $10,000 loss on ads. It's just silly. And what we want to do is build up the brand through different organic strategies first, and then we'll come back to ads later. So my thought process, building BeautyBoss was there's huge demand for these products, but only old supply chain models exist. So it takes 6 months to develop a product. If you want to launch a skincare brand with like 4 or 5 products, you're going to be paying like $4,000 to $5,000 to buy that inventory, pre-print that inventory, and that's because most of these factories, they have minimum order quantities you need to hit. Um, and so sometimes it's $20,000, $30,000 minimum investment. And because I care about people and their ideas for a new skincare brand, I want to help them launch that without this huge risk over their head. Like I don't want to make people like put their life savings into a new skincare company when they might actually have a good product, but maybe the brand doesn't resonate with people, right? A lot of times it's just a misalignment with the brand. And I think brand is going to be more and more and more important as we um, as we scale, as you scale over the next few years with all these AI tools coming, like brand is going to be everything because everything else is going to be automated from buying ads to running email to all that stuff. So, anyway, I want to make sure you guys don't blow your life savings on building your new skincare company. With BeautyBoss, it's $47 a month, and we're giving you a free product sample, full price sample every single month with that. That's your only commitment with BeautyBoss. And you can see here, um, you also keep 100% of the equity in this business because it's your Shopify store. It's your LLC or sole proprietorship. And so you're the merchant of record. You keep 100% of that LLC. We don't touch it. And then you're also keeping 100% of the profit. When you sell an item, we just charge you for the wholesale for that one item. And it's very cost effective. We're coming in from $8 to $12 wholesale. And so technically you set the price and you're technically keeping 100% of the profit. So I like to say we're about 3 to 4 times more profitable than MLM. If you're selling Avon, Mary Kay, pharmacy, there's a lot of new MLMs that have come out, but you might get 20, 30%. So at $60, 20%, you're making $12 commission. If you're selling our item at 60 and our cost is 10, you're making a $50 commission. So it's 3 to 4 times as profitable as selling MLM. And then, like I said, brands are becoming commodities just because of how fast it is to set up on Shopify and how fast you can create with AI. And so there's a couple different ways to take it. One is to go all in into one brand, one or two brands. And the other direction is just saying, fuck it. I'm going to throw as many brands up as I can, test things out, and just flood the market with as many brands as possible. And see what resonates with your audience and then just kill the loser brands and go all in into the ones that seem to be working. And with one BeautyBoss membership, you can have unlimited brands. So if you want to create 100 brands, you can do that. Real quick, this is just some of the work we've been doing with our bosses. You can definitely create this on your own through AI tools, through Shopify yourself, although it might take a few months for you to get it perfect. It is possible. These are just some of the brands that we've helped launch over the past few days alone. And so when I think about brands and creating like 20 of them, you can almost treat it like SEO. For you guys that have done SEO before, you're just trying to get your website found through these long tail keywords. So lots of these keywords that might get small amounts of traffic, but collectively, if you have enough of these long tail SEO keywords, you get a lot of people coming to your store. And so I think about it as, well, if we have lots of brands out there, this is like long tail branding, right? Long tail branding, long tail SEO. So just another way to look at the market. This is my belief. I'm not saying I'm right. But this is what I imagine the future to be like, and we want to create the future now with BeautyBoss and you. So, yeah, easiest way to for me to talk about BeautyBoss, it's like Canva for skincare. So, we're giving you the product, but we're also giving you the software to publish all of these great items to your website almost instantly. For you guys that have used the software before, you're just taking a flat label with specific dimensions. We have all of these labels um, already chopped up for you in Canva. If you go to beautyboss.com, there's the creative library, and we publish at least 5 to 10 free label styles for any new product. So, like I think we have this one in there for the tallow balm. Here's another one. You can just swap out the colors, swap out the name, and boom, you're up and running. Or you could use those same labels in Canva that we provide and have it a completely new palette and just build something completely from scratch, which I can also show you how to do with AI. All right. And so I'm not sure what the slide is about, but farmandface.com, that is a brand that the three of us here created. It's an in-house brand that we use for testing. And we're putting all the new products on Farm and Face too. We also did create all these images with AI. So those are the links, Farm and Face. Here's another few, vasilvana.com, which is really nice. Let's check that out. VA Silvana, and then Legend Skin. This is a men's line. So you could also create different brands for different target demographics too. Maybe you find a niche that nobody thought about before. All right. So, and then finally, our claim to fame is one new viral product every month. We're doing all the research for you on TikTok shops, Amazon. You guys have to remember, like we're buying all this inventory on your behalf. Like we have thousands and thousands of blank product ready to print or label and throw your brand on it. And so we want to give you the baton and we want you to take that product, put your brand on it and run with it and make profit. Okay. That's sort of our promise. Like it's actually all about you. It's actually not about Beauty Boss at all. Almost everything is, I think everything is made in Florida, and almost all of the raw materials are made in Florida. So we like to work with local farms. We get our tallow from a place in Orlando, actually, that's a grass-fed tallow. And we like just keeping the supply chain local as much as possible. We really want to build up a great ecosystem here. And there's also really great citrus product in Florida and other, it's a huge farming state. So it's a great place for raw material. And so finally, yeah, our promise, heavily researched, winning products only, high profit products, and ultimately saving you time because time is money too. And if you haven't gotten the sun balm, let us know. But I think the last shipment went out yesterday for all subscribers. And check your email. It should say like your edible sun balm is shipped. Excuse me. Check your email. You'll have a tracking link in there. If you don't get it by next week, let us know and we'll ship you another one. And then the magic mockup system, like I was saying, you just need that flat label and we spit out these really sexy product images for you. All right, so there's a couple ways you can take your brand. One is you could spend a lot of time copying a really successful existing brand, but obviously tweaking it so it's your own. Or you could do the SEO style where you're spinning up 10 to 20 brands and doing quantity over quality. I love this quote from Pablo. Good artists copy, great artists steal. And so, like, I always think about, you know, Pablo was inspired by lots of other great artists, but and just like musicians are inspired by other great artists, but what they're doing is they're putting their unique spin on it. So we're never copying people. I guess copying is the wrong word, but it's more so getting inspired by them and then working with AI to make it your own. All right, so this is like pretty basic stuff, but we could just do this live because why not? And still, a lot of people have not have not actually used something like ChatGPT. And so we're gonna show you what it can do as far as brand research goes, and then also making a sort of a copy brand of that. All right, so I want to find the top 10 hottest indie brands. I think indie is really key here because indie kind of means like boutique, unique. And without that, it's probably going to give you some bigger brands that we don't want to reference. I want to find the 10 hottest indie beauty brands on Shopify. Hottest, beauty brands on Shopify that were created after 2023, so they're newer. Hottest should mean um, high social media engagement. What else did I have in here? Extremely high social engagement, unique brand positioning. And then finally, please give me the names along with URLs to each site and one paragraph about each brand. All right. And this is the new ChatGPT 4. The thing that I've seen it work best with is actually doing some of the brand stuff and also the some of the renders. And I'll show you how I can start doing lifestyle images with the renders that we give you in the BeautyBoss app. So let's just open some of these up. POV beauty. I think you call this one sacred. Let's just open them all up. Fenty hair. Win beauty. Lake Brown. And then one more. All right. I like this one. This one's really nice. Very citrusy. Blake Brown beauty. It's okay. All right. We're gonna give Ina the choice here of which one we're going to try to copy. Win. This is a Serena Williams, so it's like got this tennis vibe. Fenty Beauty. This one is also really cool. So yeah, if there's one thing you use AI for that helps you save time, it's just stop Googling and use it for product research. Sacred and point of view beauty. All right, Ina. Which one are we doing here?
I'm leaning more towards Fenty Beauty, but I think Blake Brown is really cool too.
Blake Brown. Okay. So we'll
Yeah.
take Blake Brown beauty. I think this is like a beehive or something. All right. All right. I love Blake Brown beauty. I want you to I want to create a similar brand and I need a name. Please give me 10 names that would work for Blake Brown's audience. All right. So now we're going to choose a name. Haven Rose. I like that one. Luna and Lark. All right. So it's Ina's the guest of honor, I guess, today. So which name do you like best?
Hmm. I like number six, Isla Theory. How about you? It's
Is
it's
that
a
theory?
Tagalog word, you know. Yeah,
Coastal,
Isla.
refined, thoughtful. Great.
Yeah. Let's go with more browns and sand colors. So.
I like Isla Beauty. I would like you to create a brand kit for this new brand, along with colors, fonts, and voice. All right. So it's giving me the colors. I'm going to ask it to show me what this looks like. I forgot to ask it for a logo. Great. Please generate 4 logo concepts. All right. And like I said, I think the biggest improvement from ChatGPT 4 from 3 is actually in this logo and branding stuff. And also it can create really nice banners for you that you can plug into Shopify too. Sorry it's taking so long, guys. Do we have any Q&A questions that maybe we could answer while we're waiting?
Yes, I think we have one great question from Shireen. Just got the website up and running. My sisters and friends would like to sell the product under me. This is about our affiliate program. So,
Oh,
how
the
do I order
affiliate.
a sample? Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Every product with my logo on it and send it to people that want to sell under me.
Yeah, so I mean it's honestly it's a big accomplishment just getting the site up and live. Um, you can do that on your own. Even using AI, it's probably going to take a few weeks or a month. We also can do this for you through a service. We have like hand designers doing almost everything by hand for you if you care about that. So, all right. So let's go. Which logo do you like best,
I
Ina?
think I think the one in circle gives it more personality. So let's go
Lower
for that.
right logo.
Lower left.
Sorry, lower left logo.
On your right, or is it
Yep.
on your right? I'm not sure.
Create a website example using the lower left logo. Website mockup example. All right. Probably need to take a break from ChatGPT after this. A lot of waiting.
This is awesome though.
And I have
We
tried this.
didn't.
Huh?
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I've tried this in Grok also, and I think ChatGPT is better than Grok right now for image generation. And then what we're going to do after this um, is we're going to create a banner for your website. So AI, it's not going to be able to do everything for you right now. It can't just create like a whole Shopify store for you. What it can do is help you create all the elements, and you're going to have to plug them in. You may have to do a little bit of custom coding to get everything right for how you want it. All right, here we go. Here's the drum roll. And so let's remember our original inspiration here was Blake Brown with these sort of like earthy tones. All right, come on, baby. All right. So we do offer we offer two free themes. That looks really nice. Okay, cool. So this is our inspiration. Um, I like this brand. It's all about calm, apparently. The ritual your skin remembers. Yeah, I would have never been able to think of that myself. ChatGPT is also amazing for copy, taglines, all that. Also for um yeah, also for like the hero section on your site. Like the first thing people see, that's really important. Our design team is not going to be able to do that part for you. Like I highly recommend you use AI to come up with your copy for the hero section. Um, so this is great. Download it. Um, for the hex colors, what you can do is you can plug these into Shopify to modify your store. Okay, these are all the colors. And then the typography too. So this is the primary font. So you can search for that font somewhere. Um, I think these are all free fonts, which is nice. You might have to buy a font for 50, 100 bucks. Um, and so, yeah, you have a lot of the elements that you need to sort of get started here. And in those themes, we give you some free themes. And what you're going to want to do is uh, go into Shopify and find the dimensions for those things like the header. And whatever the dimension is, you can ask AI to create you a website banner image in those specific dimensions, and then you can upload it into Shopify. So let's see. I'm just gonna pick like basic dimensions here, but make me a banner, excuse me, make me a banner image for my Shopify store using a make me a banner image for my Shopify store using, I don't know what the pixel dimensions are right now, so I'm just gonna say uh using 4:3 dimensions or 3:4 ratio. All right, last render for a while, and then we're gonna go back into the slide deck. Um, we're gonna show you later when we do some video stuff, but like the more specific you are with the AI, the better results you're gonna get. So like I was saying, I don't know if this dimension is gonna be correct, but if you give it the exact dimensions, it'll spit out the exact dimensions for the image you need. Okay. Um, so let's just get this finished up. And ChatGPT, it does have a free plan as well. You don't need to spend money with this. After after probably 5 to 10 queries or graphics, it's gonna basically put you on a 2 hour break. So I recommend getting the $30 a month plan. That's what I'm using right now to do all of this. And I basically have unlimited rendering all day. All right. I think I should have said 4:3 instead of 3:4, by the way. Another cool thing when if you ask it to give you a brand kit, I would ask for this logo individually. You can also ask for a PNG or an SVG, and you can actually take that into Canva where these labels our free labels are, and you can actually bring that logo into Canva to make your labels for the BeautyBoss products. I'm not going to go through all of that now. It's pretty like self-evident on how to do it. Um, but yeah, I would just upload that logo here directly from ChatGPT and then start playing around in Canva to plug in all those colors that ChatGPT gave us. All right, so pretty easy peasy and a lot of fun. And here's just the banner image in the wrong dimensions, but imagine that is your, that's your brand new brand, and that's your brand new Shopify website. Um, by the way, if you don't have Shopify yet, that's okay. I always like to talk about we have a special deal with Shopify. You can get it for $1 for your first 3 months, $1 a month. And the link for that is it's shopify.beautyboss.com. Beautyboss.com. So tell your friends they can get Shopify for $1, and you can get started on Beauty Boss with a 5-day free trial and then $47. So within your first 5 days, you can do all of this for $1. It's pretty cool. And again, that's that link, shopify.beautyboss.com. And you can go sign up here, bring your ideas to life for $1 a month. All right. So let's keep moving here. That is just one way that you can utilize AI to get started. And there's nothing stopping you from creating brands in as many niches as you want. And one thing I teach, have taught at Shine On for many years is the riches are in the niches. So, like, a lot of these audiences are way bigger than you might realize, especially considering there's over 350 million people in the United States alone. So, if you created like a country beauty brand that's really specific, but it's still really large, just like if you made a brand for cheerleaders, ask AI how many cheerleaders there are. There's probably like 5, 6 million girls who are cheerleaders in the United States. That's actually a really big audience, and that's a really big audience for you guys who are out there creating your first company. Like we need to stack singles and doubles here. We're not trying to hit home runs right away. We're trying to get you guys like really experienced and get you a taste of that early success. Um, these are just some other ideas based on niches we've seen at Shine On, but skincare for firefighters, Latina beauty, Brazilian beauty, kids, soccer mom skin, so millions of soccer moms out there. Conservative, we have a couple conservative brands that are selling a lot of our product with their label on it. Fisherman wives beauty, and then something I haven't seen yet, but I think really, really people should test this out. But just doing local beauty by your state, right? Because people are really passionate about where they're from, and you can create your own story that says, I'm born and raised in Texas. I care about Texas. Um, everything on this website was designed in Texas, and our products are for Texas people. It's a much easier way for you to get early traction and get your first buyers when it's coming from the heart and it's coming from like a true founder story. Okay. Um, and then later on, if you want to get let's say you publish your products with the Beauty Boss app, they're live on your site and you're getting images like this on your product pages. If you want additional images from AI, you want lifestyle images. Okay, now put this bottle on a wood table or put this bottle in a kitchen. What you're going to want to do is take um, usually the image here with the white background. This is what you also need for um, Angie, I'm gonna mute you. All right. Sorry, guys. You're going to want to take this white background product image, and then that's what you're going to upload into ChatGPT. So you're going to say, here is the product, here's the dimension of this product. I want you to put this into the hands of a Texas lady or a Brazilian lady. Okay. Now let's go. We have our brand. Let's say you have your store set up. Um, and now I just want to talk about some simple wins with your marketing. Like we could talk about ads, but for most of you guys, like ads are not going to be the first place you should start. You should really start, it's almost like brushing your teeth. There's a lot of things you can do for free or near free, and immediately that you can start doing to get your first sale. So, building your email list, there's organic posting and AI content generation you can do for your Instagram account, your TikTok Reels. There's really simple influencer outreach you can do to find affiliates. And also something new that I came across that I wanted to share with you, which is outbound commenting. Okay. So first and foremost, you're going to want to buy your own samples after your store has gone live. Um, these are so you can test the product yourself and how you can get ideas about the product before you start pitching it, before you start creating ads, before you start recruiting affiliates. You're going to want to know all the ins and outs of your product. So, um, we do ship you one new product a month that doesn't have your brand on it. That just has the BeautyBoss brand in it. Okay. And you can buy discounted samples of everything inside the BeautyBoss catalog. There's a button that says create or get sample, and we're going to immediately ship you the BeautyBoss branded sample. It's the same product. And then when your brand is finished, what you're going to do is actually create a discount code in Shopify for 100% off, and you're going to buy the product on your own website. So you get the product with your brand on it. You can also use this product for your friends and family if you want to give them 50% off or something to cover your costs. You can create custom discount codes in Shopify and just go buy product on your site like anybody else would. Okay. So yeah, this is what I just talked about, but you want to get early traction. You want your friends and family to buy your product first. I started with my friends and family, so you guys should too. I sent Beauty Boss product out to friends and family saying, "Hey, is this good enough? Do you like this product? Should we have these as the first few products for Beauty Boss?" And we still do that today. We're still testing. We're still sending product out from the Farm and Face website with a discount code. And that solves multiple problems. Uh, One is you're getting the product out into the world, but you should ask people for a video testimonial of your branded product. Okay. So if it's Farm and Face, hey, I'm giving you this free product. You're my friend. I'll give you the free product sent to your doorstep, but you really need to make a testimonial video for me because that's going to be all the first content on your social pages. Okay. Now, fast forward, like I said, I wouldn't say I came from the streets, but I've done a lot of street promotions. And so I know that these things can be very cost effective, especially early on, but go to the farmers market, set up your brand there, bring an iPad and get people to sign up for your email list, or give out discounted samples for UGC at the farmers market. You could probably get 50 to 100 video testimonials of people trying your product and creating their own reaction essentially to your product. So I think the farmers market is actually a really underrated path to getting started. Although you do need to check how much it costs. Some of these farmers markets these days are getting kind of expensive. Yeah, Brian?
Yeah, another way to reframe this, I think is super cool is you can have your own brand, right? So it could say, Jupiter Skincare, but you could also go down to a farmer's market or somebody local. And in your own Shopify, in your store, you can actually create their brand for them as well. It could be a hidden page on your Shopify account. So nobody will actually go there. But with Beauty Boss, like you can have your brand and then you can go local and say, hey, can I brand this for you? Put their logo on it, go down and sell it to them, and then they can resell it to their customers. So if you want to go local, I mean, you could give them your brand too, but if you want to say, hey, I can actually make this for your brand, give me 24 hours, give me 72 so I can ship to you. you can go sell it to them directly with their branding on it as well.
Are you talking about if people want to be an affiliate of BeautyBoss?
No, I'm just saying, say I have my brand Farm and Face and I'm going to a farmer's market and there's somebody selling um, you know, skincare. I could say, "Hey, do you want to sell more skincare? I'll put your brand on these products, our tallow, our sun balm, and I'll have them ready for you next week to sell." So you can almost use your brand, but create other people's brands for them, if that's clear.
I think so. So yeah, you mean okay. Let's come back to it. Let's come back to it.
Sure, sure.
Um, but postcards in the mailbox, like this is so, I think if you do this the right way, it can be extremely effective. Don't laugh at me, guys, but like if let's say you FedEx office, you can go print like a few hundred postcards, like super cheap, like less than 20 cents a piece. And so what I would do is I would say, hey guys, um, this is texasbeauty.com. I live down the street from you. Here's my address. I've been working on this brand. I've put my life and my put my soul into this. And you're my neighbor. So I want to hook you up. I want you guys to try it and I want to create a local movement here. So here's a 50% off coupon. Go to my website here and go buy it. And then, if you want to try a sample, knock on my door and I'll have samples for you to test as well. So highly underrated. It might take a couple days to put a few thousand postcards in the mailbox. Ooh, I love this hack, by the way. This is insane. This is extremely hacky. Maybe legal, may not be totally legal, but if you know your local post office person, just pay them $100 for a day and say, hey, I want you to put all these postcards. Anytime you deliver something, I want you to also throw my postcard in the mail too. Um, or later on, if you want to do a samples campaign, hey, I want you to also, anytime there's like a female name with something you're delivering, I want you to put this postcard in there and this sample product in there, right? So this is really crazy stuff, but imagine you had like 5 postal workers working for you, getting, putting your inserts in everyone's mailbox or on their doorstep. Find the Amazon delivery drivers, they're very entrepreneurial too. So pay the Amazon delivery drivers to put postcards out for you, to deliver postcards for your brand. This is like a really quick way that you can win. You don't need to sign up for any service. And the way you track that is you're creating a different discount code specifically for that Amazon driver or that USPS driver. So very, very hacky. I'd like to say I came up with the idea. I think I did. Maybe I saw it somewhere, but either way, it's pretty wild. But yeah, just remember like consistency is the key. Um, like when I started Beauty Boss, nobody knew what the F it was. And people, they want to believe something is legit, but if you don't have the ability for consistency, they're going to ignore you. They're going to basically say, oh, let's watch and see what Eric does with this brand. Like, I'm just going to watch. I'm not going to engage. I don't believe this guy. He's saying he has this new brand, but I'm just going to watch for a few weeks and see if he continues. Uh, you are going to continue. And the way you can continue is with a new product every single month. And everyone watching you is gonna be like, holy shit, Eric is on a tear with his new brand. Like this guy is literally launching a new product. He's doing his own. You could say you're doing your own product development. I don't care. Even though we're doing it, you could say that. So that's where the consistency comes in. You doing the posts every day, you doing your social comments every day, which I'm going to show you in a second. You reaching out to affiliates every day, 1 hour a day. That's all it takes, 1 hour a day to do all these things. And eventually they're going to take an interest. And if you're even more consistent, you continue that, eventually they're going to buy something from you. It takes on average 7 touch points for people to buy from you. Just remember that. And there's a lot of competition in skincare and beauty. So consistency is the key. Um, and then like when you're posting your organic content, the best thing to do is definitely, post your story, the founder story, post why you created this brand, what your idea was behind it, and then post those testimonials that you got from your friends and family. Those are like some quick wins. You could probably create your first 10 posts just from your story and your friends and family's reactions to your product. And we're not like, don't worry about making money the first few weeks. Like, we're not trying to do that. We're just trying to get people subscribed to your email list, to create content, and just get those products out into the market. And so it's not free. I shouldn't say it's free. Of course, like, we're $47 a month. Um, each product sample you ship out, that's going to be about $10 plus the 5 we charge for shipping. So it is going to be about $15 for each of those samples. But for less than $200, you could have 6 to 8 samples sent out to people you like and trust, and you could have a website live for under 200 bucks. Okay. And again, just some of those ideas from the founder, UGC testimonials, behind the scenes. Hey, here's me working on my brand on my laptop. Here's me writing the newsletter, all that sort of stuff. And then if you run out of ideas, hey, AI has lots of great ideas. And we're going to show you some stuff that we made using Google VO3 for really cool videos. All right, so I think you guys can see this, but here's the prompt that we put into Google VO3. Generate a UGC style review video in 3 8-second scenes, beginning with realistic generation cue for authenticity. Scene, casual, slightly imperfect beach, selfie at the golden hour, which is sunset. Mild camera shake, soft blur, subtle underexposure. A smiling woman holds a closed tin of solar daylight balm, edible sun balm, close to the lens. The vibrant orange label reading solar daylight balm, revitalizing. And then this is key, like I said before, is putting the exact dimensions into the AI so that when they're holding it, it's the exact dimensions that it should be. Okay, on camera dialogue. Hey everyone, this is my new solar daylight balm. Think botanical shield in a bubble, blah, blah, blah. Let's just play the video. All right.
Y'all, this is not your grandma's balm. Whoa, did that just taste like coconut raspberry, edible sun balm, glow, and snack? Say less.
All right. So that was like our first try ever at AI. And it's getting so good now, you will not be able to tell that this is AI. All right. Let's do a couple more.
Y'all, this is not your grandma's. Hey everyone, this is my new solar daylight balm. Think botanical shield in a bubble. It's packed with cold pressed red raspberry for antioxidant defense.
Amazing, right?
Hey everyone, this is my new solar daylight balm. Think botanical shield in a bubble. It's packed with cold pressed red raspberry for antioxidant defense.
All right. Now let's do one more.
Hey everyone, just tried the revitalizing edible sun balm and wow, it's a game changer. That vibrant orange label caught my eye and the texture is so.
It's cool, right? It says, sorry, everyone has my name here, but we'll fix that next webinar. But Brian?
Yeah, and the limitations with Google VO3 there are the product that they're holding might not be perfect, the label and everything, but you could just have somebody mentioning your brand, mentioning that, they tried the product, they loved it. So VO3 is, to me, light years ahead of any other video generation software through
Agreed.
Google. So it is powerful, even if you get somebody, they look real, they're on a beach or whatever, and they're just talking about your brand. Like that's also super powerful because then you could also put a video with like make it in Canva with your product below it as well, and then
Yeah,
put it on your website.
and also like when you're getting video testimonials from people, like people are pretty shy, especially people that aren't used to doing it. So you can give them the script and you can give them an example like this, right? I'm kind of fired up. Like I want to make a UGC now, because the girl was so like entertaining. And so yeah, it works for really multiple things. You could also put this on you could embed this video onto your product page in Shopify too. All right, so yeah.
Hey everyone, just tried the
All right, so moving on to working with your first few affiliates. So this is Collabster. I have not done a ton of work with this particular service, but I wanted to show it to you because it is a really quick way to get started and just start getting into the habit of working with creators. Because you don't have to negotiate. You don't have to spend all the time doing back and forth over email on how much you're going to pay these people, or maybe you're not paying them, but you're giving them free product. And so this is like buying something on Shopify, but you're buying a testimonial essentially. And usually they're not only giving you the testimonial, but they're also posting it too. So you're killing two birds with one stone. I believe that you can ask for the rights for the video, and most people give you the rights for the video too. So what I'm going to do is just a quick search here. Instagram category is beauty under 250. And I believe you can also talk to people too if you want to do like a custom rate. But all right, let's see here. Do some searching. Celebrity pet matchmaker. Okay, I don't know why they got into beauty. Oh, okay. It reset because the price point. Let's do this again. Beauty. Also, I think skincare is in here too. Let's do skincare. Yeah, it's more specific. All right, so these are all skincare influencers that can create a testimonial for you, and they can also post their story to help you get your first sales. So you can see everything about them. You can check out their profile, 4,000 followers, and this is $50 for 2 stories. Usually they will say like what their average views are for their story too. And so, wow, look at all these different analytics too. Female person with female audience is usually the best, right? Because you don't want to hire someone who's just a female model and they have all male followers. So that's why it's good to go on Collabster and check them out. But yep, I want 2 stories from this person, add to cart, and I literally check out, and then there's a little back and forth message you can have with them, and then they'll create the story for you and they'll post it. So let's check out some of her work. Pretty cool, right? And another thing too is like you want to get ideas for content. So you could actually, you don't even have to pay anything. If you want to use Collabster or another like research tool, you can just find like the most popular, most engaged content reels, and you can copy them on your own at home, right? And then later, maybe Veo catches up to the point where it can actually do these cut reels for you too. So check out Collabster. I don't have like an affiliate link or anything. I just wanted to share something cool that I found with you guys. And this is the last thing before Q&A. This is actually my friend's company, but I got so excited when I saw this because I thought it was like for I think it's $30 a month, or maybe it's $20 a month, but basically it'll allow you to find reels that are just starting to go viral, and it'll allow you to quickly comment on them. So you're one of the top comments on that reel, right? So we know how valuable top comments can be. People go to your Instagram, they follow your brand, and it actually uses AI to create a very funny sometimes and also unique comment on reels that are about to go viral. So, and I did get a code Eric25, and this is called Sociable. Sociable.how. Sociable.how. Right here. Sociable.how. And yeah, I think it's $30 a month, and my friend is giving 30% off. So I think it'd be like 20 something dollars a month. But let's fast forward and just see how it works. So I'm inside of Sociable right now, and I connected my Instagram account. You can also do this through TikTok, and they have a 14-day free trial. I got like an extended one because I'm friends with the founder. But I'm gonna go to Discovery, and let's see here. I put my interests as cosmetics, MLM, skincare, Avon, beauty. And so you can see like these are what their software does is identifies those reels that have the potential to go viral. And something like 10% of all of the suggested reels in here are about to go viral. And so you can see posted 23 minutes ago. This has 400 likes and it only has 4 comments. So yeah, if you're one of the first comments on there, you could potentially get a lot of people clicking to your profile. Let's check this one out. GRWM is get ready with me. And you can go to her profile as well if you wanted to. Let's view post. All right. 223 likes 23 minutes ago. And then what the AI is doing here is it's coming up with really funny comments that you can post automatically onto those reels. So this one says the real travel anxiety is how good you look. First flight fit harder than the turbulence. TSA about to ask for your makeup routine instead of your ID. All right, I like this last one. So I just hit send, and you can see here it's pre-populating the comment for my personal account, but this could be your brand, and I'm going to post it. And bam. So now my comment is live on this girl's reel that maybe has the potential to go viral. You never know. So, like, this should not be your only strategy, but if you're not doing ads, there's no reason why you can't do an hour of commenting a day on other people's like potentially viral posts. So, you know, don't go too crazy. I think you have to have a limit that Instagram feels like it's a real person. So I'd probably, as long as you're doing under 100 comments a day, I think you should be totally fine with Instagram. You won't get your account locked or anything. So that's another hack that I really like. And this is real. Like, these are real comments and they can add up over time. And the thing is, like, you want to catch some of these reels like really early. All right. And they have all sorts of categories. Maybe like if you have let's say your Texas Beauty is your brand. Well, maybe you actually want to do interest as Texas. Let's try that actually. Oh, find more locations. All right. Texas, US. And let's do Texas and let's do beauty and see what it comes up with. Sometimes if you're too specific, like it's not giving you new posts. We don't really know when potentially viral posts are posted. Like this is all in real time. And it's not going to show you stuff that's like days old. It's only going to show you brand new reels that are posted. Okay, so try out Sociable if you want. I think it's really, really cool. We're probably gonna start using this at BeautyBoss ourselves. Why not? It's like such an easy way to do marketing without thinking too much. And it's also really fun too. All right. And you can save all those profiles for later. If you want to, if the girl who posted that reel likes your comment, hey, send them a DM and say, hey, thanks for liking my comment. And like, here's a little bit about my beauty brand. Do you want to do a collab together? Do you want me to send you some free product? So there's a lot of really cool things you can do. So to wrap it all up, let's go all the way back to the beginning. just so we do a little review. But you can use ChatGPT to get in to do brand research, find a brand that you really like, create a similar brand with a new name, get a brand kit going, plug those things into Shopify, and boom, you're up and running. Create multiple brands if you like. And then make sure to do your daily routine. So make sure to do your organic reels or your posts, your testimonials every single day. Start doing influencer outreach, the outbound commenting with Sociable, the video creation with Veo. All right. And finally, influencer outreach. If you do want to do a gifting campaign, there's lots of different tools you can use. I actually just asked Grok, like, hey, what are highly rated influencer outreach tools under $50 a month, similar to Upfluence and Influencer Hero. Those are the top two, but they're like $2,000 a month. So that's actually where I found Collabster. But, just ask AI and try to find some of these tools for influencer reach out. Okay. And along the way, even if you don't reach out to them, you can use these tools to find what's the most viral beauty related content. And you can try to recreate some of those reels and try to go viral for your own brand on your own social media profile. Whew. All right. So that's it for now. We can do about 45 minutes of Q&A if you guys like. And yeah, we're here. Normally, we would do a more interactive Zoom event. We actually did webinar today. So we can't bring you up and talk to you over video, but we can definitely field your Q&A questions, and the four of us will try our best to answer them. And finally, before we do that, we did ship a newsletter inside of the monthly July free product sample. And we have this really cool offer going on right now. We have the Boss Signature Elite Suite. It's $19.90 is the cost. So we're gonna do your brand from scratch. We're gonna set up your full Shopify store. We are gonna use AI for the lifestyle images, but it takes many, many hours to get this right. We're gonna do the product placement in their hands. We can generate your face inside of those AI images, and we're gonna give you the absolute best website you've ever seen in your life. I showed you some examples earlier today of what we can do. And you do get 15% off by being a BeautyBoss member. The code for that is, what's the code for the 15% off? Ina, do you know?
Yes, it's BB15P. BB15B. Take note,
Okay.
guys.
So we'll put that in the chat. And then, so you get 15% off $19.90. I think it ends up being like $1,600 or $1,700. And for July, we're also going to ship you 20 free bottles of your products branded. Okay. So we're going to put your brand on every single product we have, whether it's the Tallow Sun Balm, or it's the first four foundational products, or the tallow deodorant. They're going to literally ship you at least one of every product and then some. I think you can actually tell us which products you want us to ship you with your brand. So this is a really like all-inclusive package that does literally everything for you, and you get almost unlimited back and forth with us as far as setting up your store, getting the logo right, getting it all dialed in for you so you can go out and start marketing. And then finally, anybody can be a BeautyBoss affiliate or a referral partner. Let's say you're building your brand and you're having a lot of fun, and your neighbor, you want to help them create a brand. Inside of the app is the referral partners section, and you can create your own referral code and your own referral link. And if they sign up for BeautyBoss, you get $50 cash immediately. So they're paying 47 for the membership. You get 50. So you're getting 106% of the first month. You also get 50 cents per unit. So I'll put that $50 cash. you get 50 cents per unit for everything that they sell. And then you also get 30% of the upsells. So if you refer somebody and they end up buying this signature suite, you're gonna get 30% of that. All right. So that's almost $600 cash to you for anybody that buys this package. So it's really a win-win. I think like companies that only do website design, branding, all this, it might be like 3 to 5,000. We're doing it for under 2, and I think we're the best in the game. Seriously. And to be honest, we don't make that much off of this. We also can make money other ways through the subscription, obviously the orders. So we're not focused on trying to profit so much off of this package. It's really about being really intensive with you one-on-one, getting everything right so that you can feel proud and you can focus on marketing. So, all right. Thanks for hearing my pitch. No more pitches for today, but it is a great deal. You should do it. Let's take some Q&A questions now. Okay. Do you guys have any that we should answer? It looks like there's about 23 open right now. So Heather Havenwood is asking about TikTok Live and TikTok Shop. So once your brand is finalized on Shopify, you're going to want to install the TikTok Shops app. And there's an approval process. They're going to ask for a bunch of documentation that we can give you. You can search in our help desk for documents for TikTok. Or if you don't want to do it yourself, we also have a TikTok guaranteed 100% approval service inside of the services section. And I think only like 30% of people actually get approved on TikTok. It's really hard, and sometimes it takes like up to 8 or 9 tries. So it might actually take a few months for some people to get approved, but we have this down. We're really good at doing this. And so it's $150. We can get you guaranteed approval on TikTok Shops, or we'll give you your money back, 100% guarantee. All right. Padma says custom labels for local beauty parlors. Yeah, that's actually a great idea. I think you could also you could also be like an agency. You could also create brands for local small businesses too, if you want. I think that's really cool. Maybe you actually charge a few $100s to create a brand for somebody else. Maybe you charge someone $1,000 and you end up using AI and BeautyBoss and you send them their product. I think they'll be really happy. All right. Doug Reed saying Judge.me is an awesome review app and it's free, $15 a month. You can incentivize email reviews. Cool, cool. Thanks, Doug. Appreciate that. By the way, team, can you see when I click on those questions? Do they pop up at all?
Not really.
Okay. I'll just try to speak low and loud and slow. Okay. Heather says Florida skincare, smart. I agree. Someone should do a Florida-based brand. Adrian, I'm not sure which app you're referring to, but there's Sociable for the commenting. We talked about ChatGPT for logo creation. We talked about VO3 from Google for video creation. And then Collabster was the one to pay influencers to make a story for you and create a testimonial. Let's see here. Jennifer says, I'm trying to use AI to make TikTok videos, but it's not getting the image of my product correctly. Yeah, so it's still not quite there. Like creating full-on reels that are super realistic. I think we did a decent job because on those beach images, because we gave the AI like the specific dimensions, and we gave them a lot of specifics around what's going to be on the label. So actually, Brian, do you know in VO3, like, can you upload a label and it'll apply that exact label onto a product?
No, not in VO3. Well, at least not in the labs version. VO3 has a bunch of different versions. It gets kind of confusing. But the one we are using, which is actually the best, the most realistic, it's just text to video, so you can't upload anything. But you can give it dimensions. Um, yeah, it's not going to be perfect.
All right. I'll give you guys this prompt for everybody watching. Maybe we can throw it into the chat. Let me see here. There you go. That's the prompt for VO3. I think VO is actually pretty expensive right now. Not totally sure. We're actually thinking about creating a subscription that would be less than the cost of the AI tools. And we can actually create these for you too. So you get Google VO through us cheaper than you would on your own, and you get the service. Okay, this is a pretty good question, anonymous attendee. But if I scale and grow this into a well-known brand, do I retain full ownership of the name, branding, customer base? Um, and if I decide to move production in-house in the future, can I still use the same branding and formulations? So yes, I'm a big believer in this. You keep everything. And this is actually in our terms of service. Right at the top, I actually spell it out in plain English. Like, you retain all ownership of anything you create and publish through BeautyBoss. Um, it's your LLC, you're the merchant of record. It's your branding that you own because you're the one actually using it and you're the merchant of record. You retain ownership. Customer base, that's all you. We do see the customer information because we need to ship to your customer, but we don't get we don't get that customer's like email or anything. We can't even like contact them. Neither would we. I'm just trying to say like you retain everything. We're not interfering. Another cool thing is like we're cool here at Beauty Boss. Like, let's say you build a $10 million brand and hey, you want to do your own fulfillment, like you're more than welcome to do that. Um, it's fine. Like if you take a break for maybe you stop selling with us, it's okay. Like we have other bosses that will be new and that'll come up, or maybe they took a break and they came back. And so we're always kind of like free flowing here, you know? We never want to like hold anybody back from their ambitions. And that's something really cool. Like even let's talk about Hailey Bieber. She just sold Rhode skin for like $1 billion. And it's not like she's getting $1 billion. First of all, she's working with her agency who's doing all the work. She's also working with, we call her a co-packer. They're not doing product. You think Hailey Bieber is doing product development? No way. You think her agency is doing product development? No way. They're working with a big called co-pack. It's just like a bigger factory. They're probably using something existing and they're putting the Rhode Skin brand on it. And we're basically doing the exact same thing they're doing. But Hailey Bieber is not getting 100%. After splitting the agency equity, splitting the co-pack equity, she's probably making like 20 to 30, keeping 20 to 30% of that company, which is good. Obviously, she's making $200 million before tax, but with us, you keep 100%. Okay. So we're just like, we have a totally different theory behind this. And we want to give everyone that experience of 100% ownership. It's kind of a long-winded way to say yes, but yeah, you keep it all. All right. There's an anonymous person here. They didn't receive the tallow deodorant and no notice on the sun balm. Who do I email? Support@beautyboss.com. and we'll try to get it out. Or if it's lost, we'll reship it for you. I'm launching my brand in the next couple of weeks, but either want blank interior white boxes or no interior boxes. We're actually moving away from like the thin inner boxes. We're actually including what's called a product card. It's just a business card with all of the product ingredients and how to use it. This way, with your label, like you can go crazy. You can delete all of the ingredient information off your label. For example, if you want to use that space to tell your story, you can do that. And so we're just standardizing things a bit more. Right now, everything is shipping in a big white box. And then we have a really nice, like, I don't know how to explain it. We have a really nice corrugated cardboard that we're putting around some of the products. If it's a tallow-based product, we're shipping it with an ice pack. But it's all going in the same box. It's about this size. And in another month or two, we are going to actually allow you to white label the box too. So this is a big label that we're putting on the box. So you're going to have full creative control over this. It's actually a really big project for us. It sounds simple, but it's pretty complicated. Our CTO, our chief technology officer, he had a baby yesterday, so he's pretty busy with that. We would have launched it already, but we're gonna wait a few more weeks for him to come back, and then we're gonna try to get on that. But yeah, we like the feeling of full customization from the site to the product labels to the boxes themselves. Okay. Do you need to sign up first before purchasing the Boss signature? I know. I think you can actually you can just purchase it on beautyboss.com under the services section here. So you don't need to set up for on BeautyBoss yet. And when you purchase here, our team will reach out to you via email, and we're going to send you a whole design survey. And you'll go back and forth with the team, and we'll get it all dialed in exactly how you want it. Jennifer saying, is there a way to add shipment tracking? Yeah, so everyone who's buying through your store is buying through Shopify. So they're gonna get automatic tracking information once it's shipped. Our app talks to Shopify, our app talks to your store. So as soon as we print the label, it's gonna say, this is shipped. If it's not doing that, you might have an issue with you do need to set up your shipping prices and your shipping weights and your inventory. So for inventory, you can just put 10,000. If it's zero, people either won't get tracking or they won't be able to buy. So make sure you set up shipping on your Shopify store correctly. We're charging $5. It's $5.37. That's the shipping anywhere in continental US. And that also comes with that really nice box. And soon it'll also come with a white labeled box too. So we aren't making any money on that, but you might want to you might want to set your shipping at $4.95. Or if somebody orders more than like 50 or 75, you could give them free shipping. We have to charge for it still just to cover the costs ourselves, but you can do anything you want with shipping. Hey, if you want to do free shipping on everything and increase your price by $5, you can do that too. Let's see here. Oh, Sonia. Yeah, so you got the tallow, it was sort of liquefied. Yeah, it's normally the tallow is pretty stable. What we do is we whip it. So we have this crazy whipping process that's what makes it, I think, the best tallow in the world. It is a little bit unstable under high heat, so we are starting to ship with ice packs now and insulation. But hey, if you got a liquid one, we don't like that, and we'll send out another one to you. Okay, just let our support team know. Okay. Richard is saying, besides the monthly free new product sample, what other benefits are there for the membership? One, you get these live trainings, you get access to me and my team. If that's worth anything to you, you also get the software. So you're getting the community, the training, the software, the product, the one new product every single month shipped to your doorstep, the rendering system. So yeah, to me, it's like extremely good value. But hey, if it's not, would love your feedback. Um, let's see. Uh, Adam Winas asked, is shipping included? So our products range wholesale about 8 to 12. You can set the price at whatever you want, like I said. And then no, shipping is separate. Shipping is 537, which includes we're giving a big box with every single product now. And we're putting some really nice cardboard in there for fluff and insulation. Heather's asking about as an affiliate. So I'll just reiterate the affiliate program, and you can see more details here on beautyboss.com. But if you want to refer your friends, tell them about BeautyBoss. You are getting the $50 cash. They're paying 47, you're getting 50 cash. So we're actually losing money when you refer your friend. That's okay, because we think people will be here longer than 1 month. And yes, you're getting 50 cents for everything that they sell. It's not lifetime, but it's 3 years. So you make money for 3 years. So let's say 1 year from now, they buy a signature package, or 2 years from now, they buy a signature package. Yeah, you're still going to get the $600. 3 years on the affiliate. So James is asking, how long will the current price remain for the Signature Elite? So in the newsletter with the Sunbob sample that you should have received, all Beauty Boss members get 15% off of those prices. So like somebody asked before, can I buy the signature package without being a Beauty Boss member? Yeah, you can, but it's better that you're a member because you get the 15% off, right? It's going to save you $300 right away. And then, so there's 1 week left on our promotion for the 20 branded bottles. So those 20 custom bottles shipped to you, that's going to be at least 200 for the wholesale. And then the way we do the pricing for individual shipping is plus 250 for each additional unit in an order. So yeah, you're going to be normally you'd be spending about 250 to get 20 samples to your doorstep, custom branded samples to your doorstep, and we're including that free. So you're saving 300, almost $300 with the code BB. What's the code again, Ina?
It's BB20P.
And
20P.
you guys put that in the chat.
Yes.
Yeah, so you guys are getting 15% off plus the 20 free custom branded bottles. So it's like $300 off with the code. And then the value of those 20 custom branded bottles is at least $250. So you're saving like $550. And that's a July promotion. So you have until the end of the month. You have 1 more week left. So Sharon's asking about the affiliate program. So there's two affiliate programs that you can do. One is you could just talk about Beauty Boss, and we love that. We would love more people to join, be part of this amazing community, and we're going to incentivize you to help us bring more bosses here. But let's say you create your and they would be creating their own brand, right? They're a boss. You led them to us. They're going to create their own brand, go through the training. But if let's say you launch your own website and your own brand, let's call it like floridatallow.com or Florida Tallow Beauty, something like that. There's an app called version.com, where you can just plug this into Shopify. And if people promote your brand, if you want people to promote Florida Tallow, every sale that they send to you, you can give them a percent. So reversion is really cool. Funny story, when I first started BeautyBoss in New York City, in Brooklyn, actually, I shared a desk at the co-work space with the founder of Reversion, and we don't talk anymore. Like he sold this company for like $100 million or something crazy. But I've always talked about Reversion because I was kind of there in the beginning, and it's a great software. So this is for your own skincare brands, like mini affiliate program. We don't teach on this. Like I'm only talking about if you want to bring people to Beauty Boss, which we're very appreciative of. Thank you for considering. Can I sell on Amazon? For sure. So if you want to sell on Amazon, the best way to do that is once you build your Shopify store, install SedCommerce, CED. Where is it? SedCommerce here. And then you can integrate your Shopify store with Amazon. Places to sell: Amazon, eBay, Walmart, Etsy. All right. So when you do, there's fulfilled by Amazon, FBA. That's what Prime is. You're sending your inventory to Amazon and they're holding it, and then they're shipping 2 day or same day. And so, yeah, what you would do is you create a bulk order with BeautyBoss, and we actually give you the shipping at cost. Like we give you basically a discount on the shipping. If you order more than 50 units through your store, we're going to actually refund you any overages in shipping because we're going to get the exact cost and give you any overage. So a lot of people are doing that. They're buying a couple hundred. I think the minimum to get started on FBA with Amazon is like 200 or 300 units, or maybe it's 100 units. But you can do that with your Shopify store, BeautyBoss, and SedCommerce. Or you can also put your product on there that's not Prime. It's just fulfilled by the merchant. That's what FBM is. And you don't need to buy and send inventory to Amazon. We'll just ship it to their customer. We'll send it to your customer who buys your product on Amazon. Right? Because it's being sold on Amazon, but it's syncing with your Shopify store. So our system is going to pick that up. All right. Sharon says, I'm in Spring Hill, Florida. Can I come visit you? Yeah, definitely. Just send me an email. I'm Eric at beautyboss.com, and I'm here every day. We'll set something up, and you're welcome to come visit us. Eric with a C, ERIC at beautyboss.com. Heather is asking about Target or Walmart e-commerce. Not sure. I think it's growing, but I'm not like 100% sure. All right. I think this is a good question from Celine. So she's asking, should I run multiple brands under one Shopify store or create separate stores for each? It depends. Like if you're talking about different brands, like I said, brand is everything these days. People are judging your site immediately, like in the first 5 seconds, based on the aesthetics. So you want it to be really specific. You only want one brand. But if you want to create different collections under the same store, you can do that. So where we're moving to is creating groupings of products based around collections. So we're going to wrap up the tallow products pretty soon. And so you're going to have the tallow collection. And then the next collection that we're working on is a peptides collection. So you could sell a tallow collection, you could sell a peptide collection under the same brand, or you could create different brands for each of these collections, but they would be separate Shopify websites. You can connect unlimited Shopify stores under one BeautyBoss membership account. Okay. Do I need to buy domains right away? You don't. It'll just say whatever your brand is .shopify.com. So yeah, you don't need to buy a domain until you're ready. And then it switches from .shopify.com to your whatever your .com is. And then how do I keep each brand looking independent if I start with one store? I think I answered that. Maybe not. Heather's asking, when do you suggest to pay for a trademark? Like you see, like BeautyBoss, we just got registered officially, which is very exciting. But unless you're, we spent a lot of money on that domain, so obviously I wanted to trademark it. But if you just have this brand new idea, I wouldn't spend any time. Like I would do the trademark search under USTPO, which is the trademark office, USTPO, Patent and Trademark Office. So I would just do a search to see if like your name is already out there in beauty. But if it's not trademarked, I would go ahead with the name. I would buy the domain. I would create the brand. Don't spend any time on trademark right now. Don't spend any time for like at least a year. And there's a reason for that. One is if later on you see someone's copying your name in beauty, you can then go get it trademarked. And even if they trademark it before you, it's whoever had first use of it. So if your store has been live before theirs, and it's really easy to know when a website was first launched, there's lots of tools to do that. But like the trademark office is going to give you the trademark because you were using it before them in retail. So don't spend any money on trademark stuff for real right now until you're doing a few hundred sales or like a few thousand sales, you know? That's just my experience. Yeah, I actually have some pretty exciting news around express shipping. Um, so I just decided today that anybody who like any order that has 3 or more, we're gonna actually give you FedEx 2-day express shipping. Okay. And there's a couple reasons for that. One, the price point's not that off between FedEx 2-day and like a larger USPS shipment. So we are spending a little bit extra on the FedEx 2-day, but yeah, every single order with 3 units or more is going to get FedEx Express 2-day, which is the best service. Because we're in Florida, sometimes it gets there next day. Like if you're in Georgia or we're in Tampa, if you're in Miami, that 2-day will actually get there next day. So for right now, yes, like the larger orders automatically get express. We're not charging you any extra for that. Okay. But then like for the single orders, probably late this year around Christmas time, we'll have priority shipping for you. And then you can add priority shipping on your own checkout. So Heather's asking about, oh, Ina's typing an answer. I'm just trying to take like the most recent comments here, so I'm pretty quick. But Heather Havenwood, so many good questions. Like, damn, I wish we were on Zoom meeting instead of Zoom webinar because I want to bring her up and just like interview her. But Heather, about returns, so we don't we're not taking the returns back. We can't take returns back here. I'll tell you why in a second. But what we recommend is just have the buyer send it to your home and just hold on to that sample. What you can do is obviously you can send that out to an affiliate for a testimonial or just a product sample. But two, you can also use that if there's any major issues with the customer. You can ship that out same day because you have it on hand. They don't need to go buy again on your Shopify store. You can go just create a shipment and drop it off because you have it on hand. You don't have to wait next day for us to print, or sometimes it's 2 days to print. And so you can take care of that immediately. And the reason why we can't do returns is we have too many accounts. And if we're getting returns from all these different places, we literally have to create like sections of the factory for each individual boss. And now we're holding like one of this brand and three of this brand and seven of this brand and just staying organized with that. That's not really our business. Like it's printed with your brand already. And our job's kind of done in a way. So I recommend that you just have them ship it to your house. If they don't like the product, um, you can submit a request to get money back from that order if there's a problem with it. Let's say the bottle's broken, we'll give you a credit, or what's better is we can just reship. Uh, we'll do an urgent remake, reshipment. Yeah, I don't know if I would. Heather's asking about some company put all sales are final, like um all sales are final with us as the wholesaler, but like excuse me, I shouldn't say all sales are final. I should just say that we don't take returns, but we'll help you out. Like if there's an issue, we'll reprint. If we need to give you a credit, we'll give you a credit. But as the retailer, yeah, I definitely wouldn't put all sales are final because then the buyer is going to be like, what are you talking about? All sales are final. I'm trying your product for the first time. What if there's some issue with it? So yeah, don't do that. Okay, Celine has an issue with her broken tallow cream. Okay, we'll take care of it. It sounds like maybe you started a support thread with us, maybe not, but because you're here, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. So because you're here on the webinar, we'll check back with you and see what's going on there. All right. Richard's asking if we ship to Canada. Yeah, we ship to Canada. The shipping is a little bit more expensive. So I think it's instead of 537, I think it's 837, so $3 more to ship to Canada. But yeah, we do it through USPS. Yes, we ship to Mexico. Same thing. It's also 837 to ship to Mexico. Sorry, Monica. If you want to put your question in again, we can take a look at it. I think I missed it. All right. So James is asking about an Elite Suite website example. We don't show like other bosses' brands unless they give us permission. Like I would never do that to you guys, right? Like let's say we created something amazing. I'm not just going to show it on a live stream unless you gave us permission. But Ina, I think maybe there's some people or Brian that gave us permission to show their brand and we could show those.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
There's Form and Face.
The Farm and Face is close. This was like our version 1 of it about 4 months ago. So it's similar to this one. But
This is all everything we did here is for Farm and Face is what you would get in the Elite Suite, in the signature package. But like all these sort of custom coatings, when you hover, if you like that, we can do things like that. These are
yeah,
all, uh-huh.
yeah, there's more even like you don't think about it, but the collection pages, the product pages are all custom.
Right.
We give
The
you
bundles.
subscribe and save. Yeah.
Right. So let's check out subscribe and save. So yeah, when we say like, we should probably state this in the services section, but like it's more than just like creating your brand and throwing it up on Shopify. Like there's actually a lot of development, like engineering work that goes into some of this stuff. So this this doesn't have the subscribe and save, but we can set up subscriptions on your store as well.
I think it's on the single products.
Yeah. Okay, let's go. Learn more. Yeah, so we can set this up for you. Subscribe and save. That's key. And yeah, what we recommend doing is giving like a really strong offer on for money off on the first order to get them subscribed. So I think this is more than 20%, by the way. So I think we need to update this, but yeah, save $23 on your first subscribe and save. Some people cancel like the subscription like immediately after, but most people don't. I know like on when I buy stuff on Amazon all the time, and I'm like, I'm gonna game the system. I'm gonna sign up for subscribe and save the money, and then I'm gonna cancel like after I get the product. But like some products I actually really like, and I just don't end up canceling the subscribe and save, you know? So um that is pretty valuable. But yeah, like honestly, for the 1,600 bucks, with that signature package, like we're gonna do pretty much anything you want. And
Yeah.
a lot of the money is going to go into, sorry, Brian, just real quick, like it's the brand, but it's also the site, getting all the collections perfect. Even this AI work, like these are AI generated images, but it might take us like 3 hours to get this, like maybe not one image, but it could take up to an hour to get one banner image like correct, right? Especially if it has your face on it. So these take time. I mean, AI is great, but it's not like free. It's, it would take a lot of time to do this entire site with all the AI and then like making sure it's all lined up correctly. But Farm and Face is one. We also did this one, VA Silvana. She's like a Mexican influencer. This is probably my favorite brand. You can see we use this. She liked the hover, so we just used that as well. These are all AI generated. And yeah, so we set up the collections for you. Like normally you can use a bundle app for creating collections like this. Like there's a couple bundle apps that are like 9-10 bucks a month, but sometimes they screw up a lot. And basically we're hard coding this into your site, connected to BeautyBoss app, so it's never going to screw up. And then same thing with oh, I forgot to mention subscribe and save. If you wanted to do subscribe and save on your store, you want to use recharge or something like that, it's going to be $99 a month just for the subscribe and save software recharge. So you actually get that free because we're setting it up for you through the BeautyBoss app. We would offer it automatically to everyone through the app, but it's actually pretty complicated. We have to go in and do a lot of manual work in your store. And the app, our software just can't do that yet. Look at these though. These are so nice. These are probably my two favorite images.
Yeah, I would say a website, in our team even tells us this. If somebody were to create a website like this for you, it'd probably be $5,000, probably more with all the custom AI. So it is incredible, and you're getting, we're working with you on your branding, your labels, basically getting a full business like instantly. So to me, the value is still incredible.
Yeah, I agree. Here's Legend Skin. That's the men's brand. We built this store. And then I think we can show Beefcake, Brian. I think Jeff's given us permission.
That's not that's the middle tier one.
Okay, so yeah, this is what we do for we have like a middle price service too for 600. So we'll do the logo design, we'll set up all your products with the labels.
Yeah.
We don't do subscribe and save. And we don't do site customization. We're kind of taking a template here and doing all the setup work for you. We're also setting up things like email and the shipping as well. So just a lot of tedious things. Plus we will create the brand from scratch. And that one's 600, $597. I forgot to mention, for all of these, we also have payment plans. We could split it in three. So I think, how much is the signature package that with the 3-pay plan, Ina? I think it's $7.99 a month. So it is a little more expensive,
Yeah.
but you can spread it over 3 months. So and you still get the discount. So actually it would be less. It would be like 500 something over 3 months. 500 or 600 something over 3 months.
That's right.
So, okay, we still have like 50 people live. So take a couple more questions and then we got to wrap it up shortly. All beef, no bullshit. Yep.
This this guy right here, he's actually a friend of Eric's from high school, and I was just on a call with him. He's an anesthesiologist and he wanted a project. And he said his wife's an anesthesiologist also. And she posted in a Facebook group for anesthesiologists about this beefcake brand. He told me he got 20 orders from one post because they're all anesthesiologists. They're in this tribe together and they wanted to support him. He told me,
Yeah.
yeah, he said he made 4,000 in revenue in the last like month and he just started off and he's just going for it. And I was like, that's incredible. So,
That's the thing. Like, you know how like weddings are really popular parties? I think we should do company launch parties for our friends. Like, let's support them. Let's all buy their product, you know? You could throw your own company launch party too. Like, do a cookout, have all your product there, give samples away, do half price discounts, like making an event, and then also take lots of footage with your phone, you know, get testimonials, like make it real. This is a really cool turning point in your life and launching your brand, so you want to record it. Plus, if it's like, you hit oil and make a $10 million brand, you're going to want to have that early content from when you just started.
mhm.
All beefcake. So yeah. And then one of my favorite brands, uh, never mind. We have so many brands, like I can't even describe. We've made so many cool brands. We are going to get a list of permissions from people that will allow us to share them, because I would love to keep sharing like all day. It's probably my favorite thing to just look at all the brands and all the cool angles people are doing, all the different niches. So Iris is asking, I have 3 Shopify sites and I have BeautyBoss connected to one of those sites. Can I connect to my other 2 Shopify stores? So yes, in the upper left-hand corner, it just says connect store and you can add more stores there. Or maybe it's the upper right. It's in one of those corners. You can add additional stores. And yeah, like if you again, like if you are launching new stores, let's say you want to launch 5 brands, you need 5 Shopify accounts. Use our affiliate link because you're gonna get them for $1. Okay. You're gonna get them for $1 for 90 days, $1 a month for the first 90 days. So that's way cheaper than spending like I think their standard's like a 14-day free trial. And then you have to pay at least 29. So you would be paying like $87 for 3 months, but with us you pay $3. So please use our affiliate link. Obviously, like we get a little kickback from Shopify, but you save a lot too. So I'll just throw it in the chat again, but It's yeah, shopify.beautyboss.com. So easy, even a caveman can do it. Heather's asking, are there any Shopify plugins that we suggest? What do you guys think, Brian and Ina? I guess you're saying like other apps. Well, you need email app, although if you're just getting started, I would just use the free Shopify email. I would probably, there's like different text apps, SMS apps. Texting your customers is really important. I would do that. Get the free TikTok Shops app so you can start exploring getting approved for TikTok Shops.
Yeah, email is probably key. I think the Shopify free email is a good starter, actually.
Yeah.
One-click upsell for if somebody buys a product and they check out, you have their credit card and everything. It just pops up another screen that says, "Wait, do you actually want? Do you want to add a tallow balm for 30% off?" So it increases your average order. That's a killer one.
What's it called?
Ezra's one-click upsell.
Oh, one-click upsell. Yeah.
It's still old school, but it works. It basically gets you like 15% more revenue over the life of your brand. What else? There's a few good apps. There's a lot of junky, like noisy apps that kind of do too much. So keeping it simple is usually pretty good.
We had a anonymous person ask about the product cards that come included with each shipment. And yeah, it has the ingredients on it. Like we're using sort of a generic name for each product. So it might just be like it might be oil cleanser, but you shouldn't just call it oil cleanser. Like you should give it your own name. But we're not putting titles that are like really going to interfere with your brand. We're just trying to say like what it is. Like we have to say what it is, right? So on those product cards, they're just like business cards and they're very simple, just the ingredients. We have like a warning if we should keep it away from the eyes or not, basically how to use it. Richard's asking about membership community. Yeah, we have a free school community. We post a lot of similar things to the Facebook group in school. It's just different strokes for different folks. Like wherever you want to hang out with us, we'll hang out with you. All right, so looks like we're right at 2 hours. So thank you guys for hanging around. There's still a lot of people on here, and appreciate all of you guys. Like super fun. I think we're at the ground level with a lot of this stuff and Beauty Boss and creating lots of brands. It's a really fun time. You guys have great questions. Like we're still learning, like we're students of the game. And yeah, like my other company, we've shipped over 5 million orders. Like, so what? Like I'm bringing my experience into this totally new beauty realm and we're learning fast too. Um, but yeah, we've seen some really great progress from you guys and your brands. And literally, my favorite thing to do, honestly, my favorite thing to do each day is in the morning. I go to the orders section in our admin. I see all the new orders coming in, and I like checking out your brands because like you guys have such cool ideas. I really love that. So, yeah, thanks for being with us, and we will put this replay on YouTube if you want to go back and check it out later. Okay. So thanks again. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Just hit up our chat. We're all there. We're all jumping in on chat. Ina's there, Brian's there, I'm there. Ahmad from our team, MJ. We're all responding to you guys. We're real people. And yeah, let's go make some money together. All right. Have a good weekend if we don't talk to you, but we'll be online tomorrow too. So Thursday is the new day. All right. See you guys.